What's up, guys? Welcome to the Common Sense Football Show and welcome to today's show. So, Manchester City responding with a convincing win, beating West Ham 3-0. West Ham did put up a little bit of resistance going into half-time, 0-0, but then Manchester City just turned it on and beat West Ham convincingly in the end. Haaland scoring again, record breaker, breaking a record for the goals scored in a single Premier League season, beating Alan Shearer and Andy Cole's record. Phenomenal. Haaland, record breaker. There's so many superlatives you can say about Erling Haaland. What a striker. What a player. What an absolute beast. Old school, throwback. Just wants to score, hungry, just wants to win. Love it. Love to watch it. It's just a shame he's playing for Manchester City at this stage of the season when my beloved Arsenal are trying to beat them for the Premier League title. But you gotta admire Haaland. He's a phenomenal player. He's a phenomenal talent, and he's the sort of striker that Arsenal need. But we're gonna get onto that later. Let's focus on Haaland. Best striker in the Premier League. Best striker in Europe, best striker on the planet, without doubt. He has it all. Pace, power. He can score left foot, right foot, spectacular overhead kicks, headers. I'm sure he could score from outside the box, screamers, if he has the opportunity. Because of the way he strikes the ball so lovely and so crisply. He is the total striker. He is the complete striker. He's not better than R9. He's not better than the original Ronaldo, and I don't believe he ever will be. He is in a league of his own when it comes to strikers and players. I believe the best player of all time and striker of all time. But Haaland is a phenomenal striker. Now, listening to some footballing media channels and some footballing pundits yesterday, they were trying to say, well, one in particular, Mr. Cundy, was trying to say that Harry Kane is a better striker than Erling Haaland. Harry Kane is a better player than Erling Haaland. Absolute poppycock nonsense. Harry Kane is a top striker. He is one of the best strikers in the Prem, in Europe, in the world. That's without doubt. He doesn't do it in the big games though. He doesn't do it in the big moments. He's had plenty of opportunity for club and country to deliver in cup finals, semi-finals, league defining moments. He don't do it in those moments. He always bottles it. But his stats are fantastic. He does score a lot of goals. And if he moves on to a team like Chelsea or Manchester United, there's no doubt he's going to take them to challenging for the Premier League. Without question. Without question. But to say he's better than Erling Haaland is complete and utter English bias. What I accuse a lot of pundits and a lot of English sporting media platforms of doing. It just ain't right. Kane is not better than Erling Haaland. Never has been, never will be. He's not in his league. Hardly any strikers. I believe there is one striker that is close to Erling Haaland and that in the right team can get to Erling Haaland's level, but there ain't at this precise moment in time. As a striker, Haaland's in a league of his own. Mbappe is probably a better player than Haaland, and I would have an Mbappe above Haaland, but in terms of strikers, no. Kane is not a better striker or player than Erling Haaland. And for Cundy to insinuate that is just blatant English bias. And I was listening to O'Hara. To be fair to O'Hara, he used to get on my nerves, but he has grown on me this season. He speaks a lot of sense. He's a realist. And even though he's a Spurs fan, an ex-Spurs player, I could actually have a chat with him. I could actually have a decent debate with him. Because he speaks sense. He does, and sometimes he puts his bias to one side and he just says it as it is. And he was even saying to Cundy that you're basically, no, mate, you're talking nonsense. Haaland is better than Harry Kane. And Cundy kept, giving his pointless arguments to why Kane's a better striker than Haaland. And it was complete and utter crap. Now listen, Kane, like I've said, Kane's a top player. He's a top striker and he should move on from Spurs and go and apply his trade at Chelsea and Manchester United. Or go abroad if necessary. Try and get some trophies for his career, all those goals. But Haaland's in a league of his own. Manchester City responded to Arsenal's win, so they're back on top of the league. So it's going to be a title race that goes down to the wire. Hopefully a team can do us a favour to help Arsenal try and salvage this Premier League title. So, strikers that could be on the same level as Erling Haaland. And I believe that striker is Victor Osimhen. And yes, I'm Nigerian and Victor is Nigerian also. But when you look at Victor Osimhen's attributes, pace, power, left foot, right foot finish, header, he can shoot from outside the box and score, and he's hungry. To be a top striker, you need that insatiable appetite to score goals, and Victor Osimhen has that. You put him in a Bayern Munich, or you put him in an Arsenal, or a Liverpool, even though they have too many forwards, or a Real Madrid, the goals he will score would be absolutely phenomenal, the numbers. He's already breaking records in Italy this season. I would love Victor Osimhen to come to Arsenal. If Arsenal have the money to buy him, along with some of their other transfer targets, which I'm going to get onto, then that would be phenomenal. If you have to sell to buy him, do it. Because Victor Osimhen is the sort of striker you need that will get the amount of goals that you need to take you to that next level to keep challenging for the top honours. Now, according to certain reports, the deal for Declan Rice to Arsenal is drawing ever closer. Price tag 100 million. Overpriced. I do believe that Declan Rice is overrated, but his ability as a number 6, as a defensive midfielder, is there for all to see. He has the athleticism, he has the physique, he can read the game, he can tackle, he's hungry, he can intercept, he can play the simple passes. And of late, to be fair, he's showing that up the field he can get on the score sheet with some impressive goals. So I believe with better coaching that he gets from Southgate and Moyes, from Mikel Arteta and his coaching team, I believe that Declan Rice can take his game to the next level. He can be more expansive with the forward passes. He can get on the score sheet. And he can become a much better player at Arsenal. So with that being said, I would be happy with the Declan Rice transfer. Edu and Arteta don't usually get it wrong. And this would be Arsenal's most expensive signing ever. And it would show a lot of intent going into next season to put more quality and more skill in that midfield. To be fair to Declan Rice, I do like his temperament. I do think he has the right mentality. I like that. I believe he's a man. He's got that winning mentality. He doesn't want to lose. He's got that, that mean streak in him. He doesn't, I watched him and those are some of his attributes that I do like. And if he can bring that into Arsenal, that'll make Arsenal a much tougher nut to crack and a much more solid team physically and mentally. So I am for the Declan Rice transfer, even though I do believe it's overpriced. But when you look at prices for Enzo Fernandez and Mudryk, prices, transfers in general are overpriced these days. But Declan Rice would be a long-term transfer, and he would probably be captain material for Arsenal in the future. He does have good leadership qualities. Even if we do get Declan Rice, I do believe that we need another midfielder. Whether or not we can afford to get Declan Rice and Caicedo, getting both of them would be fantastic, but Declan Rice won't be enough. We will need another body in that midfield. Even though we have the likes of Xhaka, Thomas Partey, El Nene, who's El Nene knows his role. He's been a good servant for the club, but he's just someone to come on and if needs be, he's happy with that role. Add Rice to that, add Jorginho to that. I would add another player to that as well. Jorginho, he might not even stay on. He might move on after this summer, or if he does stay, it's just another year. So just get the players in now, young, of the profile, of the right age, so Arsenal can kick forward and compete in the Champions League and the Premier League next season. Speaking of midfielders, I covered this briefly yesterday. Jude Bellingham's move to Real Madrid is looking to be ever closer. Personal terms look to be agreed, and Real Madrid are not messing around. Jude is showing amazing ambition. Listen, one of my friends at the gym that I train in, he's a Liverpool supporter. We always have football banter going back and forth. He's convinced that this is some sort of ploy and that Jurgen Klopp and Dortmund have a deal and Klopp and Liverpool are going to swoop in and secure Jude Bellingham playing at Anfield. It don't look like it. And I would like to see Jude in the Premier League. I would like to see Jude at Liverpool. But I don't know. From what I've been, reading and watching and what I understand, it don't look like Liverpool will be making a move. And if they are going to make a move and Klopp does have some sort of agreement with Dortmund and a master plan, you better move quick, because Real Madrid don't mess around when it comes to these transfers, and they will secure Jude Bellingham ASAP. So I don't know what my friend's on about. He also said that Liverpool are going to get Victor Osimhen, so he might just be wishful thinking, talking nonsense. You know who you are, brother. I love you. But, no. I think Jude Bellingham is going to go to Real Madrid, and that's going to just, with the likes of Cavaminga, Chukwuemeka, Valverde and Declan Rice, not to mention Toni Kroos and Modric, the old guard. Those are just 6 quality midfielders. I'm not even mentioning Ceballos. They've got so much depth in that midfield now, and the youth for that midfield will be taking Real Madrid forward for years and years to come. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please comment on any topics discussed. Let me know your opinion, your views. So I'll be back tomorrow for the next one. Please smash the like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.